What'd you think of the training tips video? Huh? Jesus. I don't like training. I do what I want to do. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Liz and Lou. Today's an exciting video because I'm bringing to you 5 more training tips for your dog. I did make a video about this and people really liked it. If you haven't seen it already, I'll leave the card up here. It was months ago and it's called 5 training tips. I think I have Australian Cattle Dog in the title somewhere. But yeah, I'll leave the card up here for you guys to check that out if you haven't. But I noticed a lot of people commented on that video. I got a lot of views. It just seemed to be a very interesting topic for you guys. So I figured I'd make a video with 5 more tips for you. Before we get started, I want to ask you guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and comment below training tips that you have that have worked for your dog and you'd like to share with the YouTube community. Okay, so let's get started. Tip number 1 is probably the most important thing about training, and it's exercise your dog before you train them. When your dog is exercised, it's more likely to pay attention when you're training. It's more likely to be engaged and ready to learn. If its mind is going crazy and it wants to run and play, it's not going to pay attention to you. They need to get that physical energy out before they're able to mentally focus on something, and it just helps them focus more. So I think that would be like the number 1 tip: exercise your dog before training them. Tip number 2 is use short intervals while training. So what I mean by that is train for 15 minutes or so when teaching your dog a new trick, because they get bored easily. So they're gonna start doing the trick wrong and it's gonna start like messing with their mind and they're gonna remember it wrong. So if they get it good, if they do the trick a couple times well within like 10 to 15 minutes, then take a break and try again later. If you're going on and on with the trick and they're, you know, not getting it, they're gonna get frustrated, they're gonna get bored, and they're just simply not gonna wanna train. They're just not gonna wanna do what you want them to, and that leaves you frustrated. So just keep those training intervals short. Tip number 3 is have a really good treat or toy while you're playing with them, especially out in public. When you're training them and you want them to do a certain trick, they're gonna be more likely to do it if they have a nice reward, like a nice treat or a really fun toy. So they're gonna do what you want for the toy. It makes training fun for them and for you because you guys are, you know, progressing. They're gonna be doing the trick and having a great time while doing it. Louis is obsessed with his ball from the brand Chuck It. So if we just hold the ball up in the air and tell him to do something, he will do anything for that ball. So then once he does it, we throw it, he gets a little run around with it, and then we restart. He comes, brings us the ball, we take it, and then the trick starts over again. Tip number 4 has to do when you're in public with your dog and you're trying to train them and they're very distracted. So say your dog isn't necessarily used to dogs or used to a lot of people around. So if you bring them in public, they're gonna be looking at that dog over there, looking at that baby and those kids, and, you know, just really distracted and not paying attention to you. So a good trick to use, a good little idea I have, is to just bring them further enough away from the distractor that then their eyes are on you. With Lou, if he gets too close to people, he's totally eyeing them and he's not even looking at me. So I bring him further enough away to where he listens to me. Soon enough, you'll be able to bring him closer and closer to the distractor, and the dog will still pay attention to you. But just at the beginning, it helps a lot to bring them further away and train them further away. And lastly, tip number 5 is about eye contact. So always try and maintain eye contact with your dog when you're training them, when you're giving them a command. I see a lot of cattle dogs, they'll ignore you, and my cattle dog does that a lot. So he knows that I'm telling him to sit or to lay down or to heel, but he's looking like this. He's just completely ignoring me, not giving me eye contact, because he knows if he gives me eye contact, he has to obey what I say. That's just how it goes with him. So a good thing to do is teach them to look at you. And I've been doing that with Lou. I'm gonna make a video about it, so stay tuned for that video. But I've been working on something with Lou where there's this distraction. So say like the UPS or the mail guy is here and he's at the window looking and barking and totally distracted. But I say, look at me, and when he looks at me, I tell him a command. Because usually when they're distracted and they're going off on something, you know, barking at the window, they just are doing that because they don't know what to do. No one's given them direction. So you need to break that, tell them to look at you, and then give him a command. And I could already see a breakthrough with Lou, how he was so much calmer when he made that eye contact and when I told him what to do. Cattle dogs in general just need direction, so that's a really good trick to show them, a really good command to tell them to look at you, so they know that you're the one making the decisions and they don't have to make decisions for you. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment below what you thought of the video, and if you have any other things to add, any tricks that you've done with your dog over the past years that have helped you, I would really love to read them. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.